Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to Charlie Brown Memorial Baseball Field. Jerry Edwards with you all day here on the Voice of the Valley, 1490 AM, 96.3 FM KOVC, online over at newsdakota.com, and on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. So we got ourselves another game today for the Valley City Post 60 Royals as Post 60 gets set to take on the Casselton Haymakers. Now, Valley City got a split last time out with the Bismarck representatives, a pair of shutouts in both games. Valley City won the first 6-0. It's only a 3-0 game going into the bottom of the sixth inning. Valley City kind of put together a little rally with 2 outs to kind of seal that game away. In the second game, it was just a game that ultimately can be described as one team took advantage of their lone opportunity, and Valley City couldn't really take advantage of the 2 opportunities they had late in the game to pull a run back or even tie it. Of course, bases loaded with 2 outs in the 7th inning, just could not get that big hit. Sometimes that's how a game goes, where it's just a pitcher's duel, and kind of the one mistake you make is just amplified a little bit. And I mean, that was a game where, Reiseneck had pitched great that game, and it's just that one mistake that extends the inning a little bit longer. And just I think the best way sometimes baseball can be described is that it is a game of inches. Valley City had a couple of balls down the line that were foul, and you have the just one absolute off-balance hack that goes down that just is a pitching wedge that just pops itself right onto the line for the representatives that drove in a run and kept the inning alive with 2 outs. So, sometimes it is just a game of inches, and just you don't really get the outcome you want sometimes. But now you take on a team in Casselton, and, well, Valley City's going to be thinking a lot about Casselton. They were the team that, of course, sent them into the challenger side of the bracket during the state tournament last year. And, well, for Valley City, again, this is going to be part of what you would say is going to be a pretty, I would say, it's going to be a pretty routine regimen for them to be able to keep playing these teams out east. Now, of course, these are also teams that are closer to them as well. Of course, not having to go out west really to play any other team besides the ones they are mandated to play. But you look at Casselton so far, 5-9 on the year, picked up a sweep to open up the season over Lisbon Post. 7-2 close games, 4-3 and 2-0. Then playing the Jets, that was a split, a 7-9 loss and then a 2-1 win. Lost to the Gretna Post 2016 team. That was a 5-10 loss. A 3-2 loss or a 3-2 win over Smitty's Legion in Aberdeen, and then a bit of a losing streak for the Haymakers. Lost to Shakopee, lost to Devil's Lake in both their games. Lost to Park River. That was an 8-9 loss. They lost to them again 5-1. Lost to the Kindred Vikings 6-2, and then beat Kindred 6-1. So it's definitely a Casselton team that, well, there's definitely going to be some new names on this team. The Majos have all kind of aged out on this team. So it's a new cast of characters for this Casselton Haymakers team. And we'll go through those new players that Casselton has right after this break. Our starting lineups coming up next here on our Sanford Health pregame show. Keep it right here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Grottberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grottberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grottberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grottbergelectric.com.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas. 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
And we're back here at Charlie Brown Memorial Baseball Field as we get set for our opening pitch today between the Valley City Post 60 Royals and the Casselton Haymakers. Let's get to our starting lineups here on our Sanford Health pregame show. Here for all, here for good. Starting off with the Haymakers, it's going to be Connor Kozowski at third base and leading off, followed up in the lineup by Brody Kegley at second base. Ryan Osmonstead will be in left field, and hitting cleanup today will be the catcher, Grady Mueller. Bryce Mueller following up him in the lineup at first base. Batting in the sixth hole is Jack Everson. Keegan Peterson on the mound and batting seventh. DHing today will be Aiden Thummel. And rounding out the lineup today will be Lucas Christensen in center field. Jackson Deutsch, the lone man out of the lineup today, he will be in right field. Now we go over to the Valley City lineup, and a pretty similar lineup that we've seen in terms of, you call it about 1 through 6, and then we got a little bit of an adjustment over in 7. Corbin Powell catching today, and will be leading off. Jack Samuelson hitting second, and will be at shortstop. Andrew Sikora at first base and batting third. Leighton Hendrickson getting the ball today. He will be cleaning up. James Schwer DHing and hitting fifth, followed up by Parker Rolsma back in the lineup today, and he'll be in left field. Chase Coughlin in the 7 hole. He'll be at second base, so he gets a rare opportunity to hit in this one. It'll be Trevor Finch at shortstop, followed up by Bryson Heck. Very interested to see kind of how Chase Coughlin goes about this. You see Chase Coughlin, and the approach is good. And, of course, you don't want to rush somebody into it, but this is also an opportunity that you want a young player like Chase Coughlin to kind of be able to seize the moment here a little bit against a Casselton team that, was a squad that maybe didn't finish with the most impressive record last year, but they have talent on this team. They're well coached. And there are some teams that are uber talented but make a bunch of mental mistakes, and you'll win a 7-5 game against them because they'll commit 4 errors. Casselton's a game that can almost drag you down to, you don't want to say their level, but they can drag you down into a close game because they're not going to make mistakes. You're not going to get a whole lot of runs off mistakes. And you kind of look at that Representatives game, that first game. Obviously, they get a few runs off kind of bungled pickoff moves, off throwing errors. So it was kind of a game where you won comfortably 6-0, but you also were aided a little bit. That's not going to be something that Casselton usually does, is aid you with a whole bunch of self-inflicted mistakes. So this is going to be a good test for Valley City. Again, even though the Representatives beat Valley City, Valley City is positioned, I think, well to still be one of the top teams in the west side of the region. But it really is going to come down to kind of, I think, the biggest thing for Valley City outside of health is establishing what is the combo we go to for our third person in the rotation. Because you feel confident with James Schwer and Bryson Heck at the top, but it comes down to who is almost our round one starter, so to speak. Like, who are we going to hand the ball off to if we finish at the top in the first round of the tournament just to get us through? Because that's how these tournaments work, really, is that you just have to win. You just have to win to the point where you're in, right? And for Valley City, they feel pretty comfortable about just kind of like, as long as we can get our first 2 games out of the way, you feel confident about getting to state. but you also want to try to win the tournament as well, so you don't want to be burning your premier arms early on. So, this is where you want Leighton Hendrickson. This is where you really want him to step up and maybe try to give you that third option to go to in maybe a earlier game, in a tournament game, so to speak. Let's get to a quick break for our national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch between the Royals and the Haymakers here on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Happy 4th of July from Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Our Family Ice Cream, $6.49. Our Family Butter, $2.99. Kraft Singles or natural cheese slices, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh strawberries, 2 for $6. And 80% lean ground beef, only $5.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City. Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. We get set for the opening pitch of today's game between the Casselton Haymakers and the Valley City Post 60 Royals. On the mound today for Post 60, it'll be Leighton Hendrickson. Valley City, again, trying to find that third starter. Even if it's not a starter that's going to go all 6 innings for you, and you just kind of got to go 3 innings here, 2 innings there, and then hand it off to somebody for the last inning. Still an important thing for Valley City to figure out. Leighton, very athletic player for Valley City, good arm out in the outfield. Going to be all about consistently throwing strikes and being around the zone. And Casselton not really going to be a team that beats itself very much. So you're going to have to go out there and really kind of bring it to them, so to speak. Well, looking at our game time temperature, we're going to have a game time temperature 82 degrees, 11 mile per hour wind blowing out to the north. Humidity 78%. And let's see. According to the National Weather Service, a tornado watch until 10 p.m. Yeah, that's like, we get our first, mildly, I would say, warm day for baseball here in a little bit. Kind of the first day that feels like summer. You got the overview of a tornado watch, but again, that might just be a watch, not a warning. So make of that as you will. So, Valley City and the Haymakers getting set to start our first inning. Leading off for the Haymakers, it'll be Connor Kozowski, the third baseman. Hendrickson into the windup, kicks and deals, and fastball in there for a called strike one.
First pitch, 5:32. Game time temperature.
Oh, Valley City looking to bounce back after what could be described as maybe a disappointing split against the Representatives. That'll be swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch there by Leighton. Got Kozowski out in front. And that'll move the count quickly to 0-2. Both teams coming out wearing white today. Valley City in the all-white uniforms. Casselton going to be in the white with the pinstripes. Next pitch here by Layton. Ground ball over to Fetch. Caught a bit of a low hop throw across the diamond, and he'll get him in time. Good job there by Fetch, as a lot of teams out west will play on turf fields. Valley City, I think, the only team that really plays on natural grass. And, well, one of the drawbacks to natural grass is that when that ball hits the lip, you don't really know what it's going to do. If it catches the front side of the lip, sometimes it'll have the ability to rise up. When it hits the kind of front side of the lip, it kind of drops down. That one hit the front side of the lip, dropped down. Fetch does a good job sticking with that and throwing across the diamond. It hits the core right in the glove for out number 1. First pitch in here for a strike to the second baseman for Casselton, Brody Kegley. Next pitch will be fouled away off over yonder, and that'll be strike 2. Yeah, so either both teams really wanted white today, or somebody had a miscommunication in terms of scheduling the uniform matchup. Oh, good pitch by Layton. Tried to go with the outside corner, just left it a bit high. Ryan Osmondstad will be the next man due up here for the Haymakers. So Kegley, the first lefty we'll see today for Casselton. And tries to go outside again, but good eye by Kegley to let it go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Just underway here in our first inning. Kegley leaving up a lot of room out that outside corner. And you see why Layton's trying to attack it, but he can't quite get the ball there, leaving the ball more on the back porch than he is the back door. So 3 straight balls here by Hendrickson. They'll put it at 3-2. Full count pitch, and that's outside. Kept trying to go to the outside, and well, both times he tried. In the last 2 pitches, tried to go with breaking balls, and well, those were nowhere close. And that'll be a walk for Kegley, and those are the type of ABs that you really want to have back as a pitcher. You do so well to get ahead 0-2, and it's almost like you're trying to make the perfect pitch to get that 3rd strike. When in reality, the only thing you have to avoid is really leaving it over the heart of the plate. Runner off and going, got the jump time perfectly, and that'll be a stolen base without a throw. So that'll miss high and outside, and, well, after throwing 5 straight strikes to open up the game, Hendrickson has now missed with 5 straight pitches. So Hendrickson looking into the target at Corbin Powell. Not really paying attention to the runner at second. Now give him a quick glance back. And that'll be high for ball 2. So 6 straight balls for Hendrickson. Grady Mueller, the man on deck. Casselton seems perfectly content just to wait until they get 2 strikes to really start swinging the bat here against Layton. 2-0 pitch. That'll miss high and inside, and it's a 3-0 count. I mean, got to be able to come inside and challenge him. Casselton's really going up there with the bat turned around upside down until they get a strike called on him. In that case for Layton, you got to be willing to go over the heart of the plate. Got to be able to find a get-me-over pitch to get back in this count and also get ahead of the count as well to start things off. And that'll be in there for a called strike, and it'll go to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Osmondstad. Osmondstad, the left fielder today. Slightly open stance in that right-hand box. Hendrickson checks the runner at second. Pitch, and that'll be in there for a strike. Little slider. Corbin not able to get the catch on it, but ultimately got the call regardless. So another full count pitch. So Hendrickson fell behind the count 3-0. Now able to get back into the count with a full 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball over to third, but that'll hook foul. So it remains 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Hendrickson goes back to the mound, trying to find a way to sit down Osmondstad and face Mueller with 2 down. Wind whipping a little bit out here over to left field. Hendrickson checks the runner at second again. The pitch. Gets the inside call, strike 3. Osmondstad did not like it. And that'll be the first punch out of the day for Hendrickson. So he falls behind 3-0, comes back and able to get the strikeout. And then so it's a exact almost mirror image, or I should say the exact opposite of what happened in the last debut where he got ahead 2-0 and just couldn't get the finishing strike to be able to finish off Kegley. So now it'll be Mueller stepping up. So 2 down, man at second here in our first inning. Ground ball up the middle. Coughlin picks it up on a hop. Throw to first. That's a really nice play by Coughlin. Glides over, picks up the ball right up the middle. Strong strike over to Sikora. And the 4-3 putout will sit things down here in our top of the first inning. So after half an inning of play, it is Casselton nothing. And the Post 60 Royals are coming up back after this break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
We're back here getting ready to start our bottom of the first inning here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Well, Layton gave up a walk with 1 out and a stolen base after 1 pitch and fell behind the next batter 3-0. Manages to work his way back, get the punch out, and then able to get a nice defensive play by Chase Conklin up the middle to sit down the Haymakers without a run coming across. So no hits in the inning for the Haymakers and no runs. Now Valley City sending up Corbin Powell. And Jack Samuelson, followed up by Andrew Sikora, set to lead things off today for Valley City. Powell going to be looking to get himself going early here if he's able to find a good swing of the bat. Corbin going to University of Mary. Going to be joining former Vikings head coach Alex DeMaria, as DeMaria going over to the University of University of Mary after 3 seasons with the Vikings. Next pitch here to Corbin. That's going to run inside and hit him. So Corbin able to get on base with the leadoff hit by pitch. And this will bring up Jack Samuelson.
The third baseman, number 14, Jack Samuelson.
So the shortstop Samuelson coming up, and I will say this: he's actually, I would say, more and more comfortable at third base than he has at shortstop, although he started to make some good plays at shortstop as well whenever Fetch has to get kicked over to second. That'll be just at the top of the zone for a called strike 1. But Samuelson, again, somebody that, you look at him, he's got the athleticism to almost play anywhere on the diamond. It's just kind of finding that comfort of where he wants to play. And I think the best way that I can describe it is Samuelson's kind of at his best when he's attacking the ball going in rather than running side to side. Well, throw down over to second base. Corbin got underneath the tag. It'll be a called strike here on Samuelson, so the count goes to 0-2. Just a little tardy getting that ball down to second base, and that's all Corbin needed to pick up the steal. Samuelson, though, now dealing with an 0-2 count, but the go-ahead run over at first base. Now, Valley City been a team that, decently aggressive going for 2. Haven't really seen them go for 3 a lot, and that'll shave Samuelson up and inside, as it appears early on that Keegan Peterson wants to own that inside part of the strike zone. Sikora will be the next man due up for Valley City. 1-2 pitch on the way. Samuelson I'll be a little tardy on that one. It's not a bad pitch there by Peterson. Actually starts it off at the kind of hip of Samuelson and trying to run it over the inside part of the plate with that slider. And that pitch is designed to get a late swing. You kind of got to read slider out of the hand to be able to get out in front of that and drive it with any type of power. 1-2 pitch. That'll be high, and that'll be ball two. My front door pitches are kind of so hard to hit for a righty because unless you read it right out of your hand, you're going to be late every time, and really you're just going to get jammed. 2-2 pitch. Samuelson shoots this one over the short. Powell off on contact. Throw to third. I think he got underneath it. No, they'll call him out. Looked up here that he might have been underneath that tag. Powell, in terms of base running purism, you don't really want him going on a ball like that because of that situation. But, I mean, it's not like he hesitated. He went on contact, and, you know, he's got the speed to be able to take that gamble. Just could not quite beat it out. Again, looked close from up here. But ultimately, Valley City does not get the benefit of the 50-50 call. Now pickoff throw over to first base. Samuelson will dive back in time. So the fielder's choice will record the first out of the game. Samuelson makes his way over to first base, and this will bring up the Valley City first baseman, Andrew Sikora. The ball either slipped out of the catcher's hands or Mueller threw it off the bat of Sikora. Kind of eerily similar to, anyone that remembers baseball history, the 2015 ALCS between the Blue Jays and the Rangers, where the Blue Jays threw the ball off the bat of, I believe it was Sin-Soo Choo, and that allowed the go-ahead run to come in for the Rangers. Although no one remembers that play, everyone remembers the iconic Jose Bautista bat flip that drove in the game-winning runs for Toronto. 1 strike. Sikora hits it up the middle. Possible double play ball. Good field by Peterson. Throw to second in time. Throw to first in time. It's the 1-6-3 double play. And Valley City will go down in order. So after 1 inning of play, it is scoreless on our LaRue Lockhell Financial scoreboard. Back here to begin the second after this break on KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Happy 4th of July from Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Our Family Ice Cream, $6.49. Our Family Butter, $2.99. Kraft Singles or natural cheese slices, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh strawberries, 2 for $6. And 80% lean ground beef, only $5.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Jerry Edwards back with you here on the Voice of Valley, KOVC, getting ready for our top of the second inning. Scoreless ball game between the Post 60 Royals and the Casselton Haymakers. Ground ball here to third. That'll go foul, so Bryce Mueller takes a hack at the first pitch, much like Grady Mueller did, although this one will go foul instead of a ground ball to second. So no balls, 1 strike here. Hendrickson back out there for Valley City. Hendrickson into the windup, will kick fire. And that'll miss high, and the count goes to 1-1. Mueller, followed up by Everson and Keegan Peterson. So that'll be 5, 6, 7 due up here for Casselton. Next pitch, good off-speed pitch, able to drop it in there for a strike. Locked up Mueller on that one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind blowing almost straight in from center field. Outfielders have responded accordingly. 1-2 pitch. Well, Leighton tried to snap off. It looked to be a curveball. It just didn't really have any curves. Just kind of a spinner that kind of went up and inside. So it didn't sync up the release point on that one. And so that'll move the count to 2-2. So Hendrickson finding the one he likes into the windup. Will kick fire, and that'll be behind Mueller. And that'll be now full count at 3-2. Well, for Leighton, the key for him is just going to be kind of to slow things down a little bit. It's kind of almost like he found the grip on the ball and then immediately went into his windup rather than getting comfortable. He'll get this one, and that'll be popped up into the air, but that'll get foul. It'll be 3-2. And it's sometimes a thing that young pitchers kind of have to learn is that you control the game when you're the pitcher. You can take as long as you want to throw that ball. And just kind of, you got to be comfortable before you throw the ball. You don't have to wait for the batter to be comfortable. 3-2 pitch. Tries to go outside and gets the call. Oof. Mueller was running halfway down to first base, and can't really blame him, but you get the call. And that'll make it 2 punch-outs for Leighton Hendrickson. I mean, just you'll take it. It's one of those where you don't really say anything. You just kind of wait for the ball to get thrown around the horn, and you step back onto the mound, and you just don't say anything. You knew that was probably ball 4, but you got the call anyway. So this will be Everson coming up. Well, he got the call again, so guess by the George Bush theory, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. Or, what, shame on you, Christ, I did it. You know what I'm trying to say. That's going to be a line drive up the middle, so that'll be the first hit of the day for Casselton. And this will bring up Keegan Peterson. So Peterson stepping into the box for the first time today. Got an untraditional 1-2-3 inning start things out in the first inning. Powell got hit by a pitch in his on the second pitch of the game. Samuelson hit a decent ball to short, but the problem was that Powell just couldn't quite hustle it out. It's kind of that butterfly effect. If Powell's able to slip underneath the tag to third, that's runners at the corners with nobody down, and perhaps Valley State does get a run there. That'll be a good front door pitch right there, able to snap off the slider, and that'll make it 0-1. So Peterson will be in the box now. Thummel will be the man on deck. No balls and a strike. Leighton will slide step home and just misses hitting him. Didn't throw behind him, but definitely left it a little close for comfort on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a man at first. Peterson hits this one high into the air. Coughlin didn't get a read on it. Will go to first. Kind of an odd ball there for Coughlin. I think he thought Leighton was going to take a stab at it. So he was going to cover the bag, it seemed like. But once Leighton let it go, Coughlin had to come crashing in on it. And he could have reached across trying to tag, but instead just choose to take the surefire out at first base. So that'll be a 4-3 putout. And this will bring up Aiden Thummel. Thummel DHing today. Stepping into that right-hand box. So very similar situation to the last inning with 2 outs and a man on second. So pitch here coming up, and this will be low for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down. Man at second base. Thumb will represent the 8th spot in the lineup. He'll be followed up in the 9 hole by Lucas Christensen. Leighton looking to make it 2 scoreless innings of work. Casselton trying to pay off the 1-out single. That'll be swung on and missed, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hendrickson waiting for Thummel to dig back in. He's looked very comfortable out of the stretch so far. Will kick and fire. Able to get the call on the outside part of the plate. And if you're Leighton Hendrickson and you're getting that much off the outside corner, I mean, we're going there. We're fishing in that spot over and over and over again. We're fishing until the Department of Wildlife shows up and tells us to stop fishing. 1-2 pitch upcoming here with 2 down. The pitch. Ooh, not a bad pitch there. Again, Thummel. Looked like that he was actually reading slider there. He was pretty much on that. Just couldn't quite get his barrel to the ball on it, but able to foul it off. So 1-2 pitch upcoming here. Hendrickson comes set just below the buckle. High leg kick will fires. Slasher over to shortstop. That'll get through. Runner was not going on the play. So Valley City's going to avoid giving up a run. That is not great base running there by Everson. Everson went back to second. And even if Fetch gets to that one, it was going to take one heck of an effort to even get the runner at third, let alone first base. So Everson went back to second, and that little hesitation is going to keep a run from coming into scoring. So it'll be the second hit of the inning here. But nobody's coming and scored yet, so this will bring up Lucas Christensen. Christensen, the 9-hole hitter, will be in center field today. Low man out of the lineup today for Casselton is the right fielder, Jackson Deutsch. First pitch misses. Powell throws it back to third. Valley City, remember last time out, they ran that kind of fake cut play. It was the first time I've seen them run it, where you had the second baseman fake coming in to cut off the ball, while the shortstop even catches the ball at short and ends up getting the runner out at second base. 1-0 pitch, and Powell can't knock it down, and that'll bring in a run. And, well, you need – that is a run that Valley City is desperately going to want to have back, as you need a little bit better to get over there from Corbin to block that. It's in the dirt. Yes, it's away, but you got to sell out with a runner at third base to block that ball. And it's the drawback of that one-knee style, which is that you don't really have the lateral get-over that you had before. But it's a 3-0 count here. 2-0 count. Scoreboard read 3-0. But that is going to now move the count to an official 3-0 count. So 3 balls, no strikes. 1 run across here for Casselton on a wild pitch, and that'll miss low for ball 4. So, but a chance to get the runner at third base, and they do. So Thummel not paying attention at third base gets picked off by Corbin Powell. So Christensen picks up an official walk, so we'll be the top of the order coming back around here next time up for Casselton. But the pickoff will end things here in the top of the second inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. It is a 1-0 lead for Casselton.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Jerry Edwards back with you all here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. So Valley City trailing by 1 run going into our bottom of the second inning. It'll be Leighton Hendrickson coming up, followed up by James Schwer and Parker Olsma. So 3, 4, 5 due up for Valley City. In case you missed it, the second inning, Valley City gave up 1 run. And, that 1 run now makes it a rather dubious distinction for Valley City. The last 14 runs they have given up as a team have all come with 2 outs. So 14 straight runs by Valley City given up with 2 outs. And they now find themselves trailing 1-0. Hendrickson, and wild pitch that brought in that run, but a little bit better on the block there. Try to keep that one in front of you. That'll be fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hendrickson down in the count here at 1-2. Peterson able to get a swing and a miss there. And that'll be the first strikeout of the day for Peterson. This will bring up the DH, James Schwer.
The designated hitter, number 5, James Schwer.
So Schwer getting his first AB of the day. You kind of go back to that a play that might not be remembered very much maybe at the end of this game. In that top of the second inning. Pitch here. And he's going to get a swing and a miss from Schwer. It was that ground ball that turned into a 4-3 ground out that got Valley City that second out. Coughlin, if he comes in and plays that one right away, he might be able to cut down the runner at second, if not turn a double play on being able to tag him out. Appealed down to first base. They're going to say he went around, and there was not much to that swing at all by Schwer, but it'll be a called strike by our first base umpire. So no balls, 2 strikes. That'll be so illegal pitch on the pitcher. As they're going to say he didn't come set or just quick pitched him. I'm not sure. I mean, it looked like the exact same as the previous few pitches, and I think that's the argument really being put out by Casselton. It's like it's the exact same pitch that's been thrown over and over again, and now it's a ball because that was a pretty good pitch on the outside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now we have to take a minute and a half out of the game to discuss something like this. I mean, we're still talking. We're still talking about this, and no one's going to walk away satisfied. The umpire's not satisfied that the manager believes him, and the manager's not satisfied at the ball call. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 away. Pitch here by Peterson, and he'll pick up the strikeout. So Peterson pretty much struck out Schwer twice on that one. First time it got called a ball because, I guess, of the illegal quick pitch alleged by our home plate umpire. And then gets a swinging strike on that one to make it 2 punch-outs in the inning. So this will bring up Parker Rolsema. Rolsema back in the lineup after having to miss the games against the Representatives with hockey obligations. And that'll be in there for a called strike. So the count starts out here 0-1. So Casselton working very quickly here in this bottom of the second inning. And top of the order due up for the Haymakers. Chopper over to third base. Not going to be an easy play. Rolsema runs well. Going to take a good throw, and they got him by a step. So that'll be a 5-3 ground out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Casselton as they go into the top of the third inning, still with a 1-0 lead back after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's
Happy 4th of July from Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Our Family Ice Cream, $6.49. Our Family Butter, $2.99. Kraft Singles or natural cheese slices, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh strawberries, 2 for $6. And 80% lean ground beef, only $5.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Top of the order due up here for Casselton as they lead 1-0 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. It'll be Connor Kozowski, Brody Kegley, and Ryan Osmonstead due up. Kozowski grounded out the short to get things started off in the game in the first inning. Pitch here by Hendrickson, who just misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here to the third baseman for the Haymakers. Hendrickson back out there for Valley City, just about to eclipse 40 pitches, and that'll run inside and hit Kozowski. So leadoff man on for the first time today for Casselton. Of course, Kozowski grounded out his first time up, and in the second inning, Mueller struck out. So this will bring up Brody Kegley. Kegley walked his first time up. And Kegley also ripped second base on the first pitch. It was pretty much as good of a jump as you're going to get over at first base. Maybe left slightly before the pitch was thrown, but, I mean, you can't time up a jump any better, really, than Kegley did. Hendrickson glances back at the runner at first base, not once but twice. Slide steps home and misses high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes here to the Casselton second baseman. Casselton coming into this game 5-9, but's gotten a couple splits over in Eastern play. That'll be a ground ball over the first, and good job by Sikora to get there. Nobody covering first, and, well, that one right there, you kind of have to go back and watch. Yes, it's a late get off from Hendrickson. I don't know if Hendrickson even gets to the bag in the first place. Sikora able to go over and make a really nice play, make that kind of 1-6 or 3-6 put out. So it's a good play by Sikora. Obviously not going to be able to cover first base. You kind of like to see maybe where Coughlin was on that one for Coughlin. If he was running towards the ball at first base, that's when you got to keep running to first base and go over and cover. Runner faked like he was going, and I mean, there's a lot of things that I would do at first base. Fake running and then standing a quarter way down the line flat-footed against Corbin Powell is not one of them, especially when he's got an open throwing lane to first base. So 1 ball, no strikes. Next pitch by Hendrickson. Misses high and inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Osmondstad struck out his first time up. It was the first strikeout of the day for Hendrickson. And that was also a big-time strikeout for Valley City in terms of being able to get out of that first inning. Because at the time it was a runner at second base. Now throw down to first, and just looked like even Andrew wasn't really ready for the throw. He was able to catch it, no problem, because it was right at him, but just kind of not executed as crisply as maybe it needed to be. 3 balls, no strikes here for Hendrickson, in danger of walking another batter. 3-0 pitch. Gets the call. I mean, there's, for whatever reason in this strike zone that we've seen so far, there's more leeway off the outside part of the plate than there is on the inside of the plate, which drives right-hand hitters nuts. Like that. It's like for Hendrickson, he feels like that he got a way more than he should have off the outside part of the plate on the last pitch. Then he comes in and throws a ball that is pretty much inside corner compared to what he got called on the outside and doesn't get the call. So it's like you're working essentially with a lopsided strike zone, and I mean, you're frustrated if you're a hitter because you feel like that it's the Wild West out there on the outside corner, and you're frustrated as a pitcher because you feel like you're not getting both sides of the plate. First pitch in there for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. What I'm saying is that this usually has a habit of boiling over. Usually it happens with whatever team is behind at the time. So no balls, 1 strike. This will bring up Mueller. Mueller grounded out the second, his first time up. Oh, my goodness, where'd that miss? I mean, maybe up, but there's no way that's inside. I mean, jeez, man. It's like you're almost like trying to throw it to a moving PVC pipe. That'll be a foul ball, and it goes to 1-2. Again, it's frustrating to both hitters and pitchers because if you're always kind of off balance. Like, you're okay with maybe a consistently wide strike zone as long as you know that that's always going to be called for both the hitter and pitcher because you can adjust. 1-2 pitch. That'll be low and outside, and Powell for the second time today lets a ball get away from him. Same type of pitch that got away from him the last inning, and that'll move the count to 2-2. Yes, if you're late and you need to keep that ball up and not bounce it in the dirt, but, I mean, you got to be able to block that. That's just the thing. You got to be able to block it. It's kind of like hockey, where For the goalie, it might not be ideal, but sometimes you need a save. Well, sometimes you need a block. So 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 men in scoring position with 1 down. The pitch. Dots the outside corner, called strike 3. Mueller went down looking. So this will bring up Bryce Mueller. Mueller went down swinging, his first time up.
First baseman, number 20, Bryce Mueller.
This is, again, where you have to, as a catcher, sell out to block, especially with 2 outs here. Got to be able to keep everything in front of you. So no balls, no strikes. The pitch misses high, and the count goes to 1-0. Going back to the point there of, when you get a strike zone that you feel like there's one consistent. That outside corner has been there for both teams. But when you feel like that, it's almost like an amoeba, almost in terms of how it can kind of shrink and get larger in terms of the inside and top of the zone, which is what we've seen contentious so far, you could say. That's where it gets frustrating because it almost feels like that it's a bit at random. 2-0 pitch. High pop-up. Might stay in play. Powell trekking over towards the Casselton dugout. Underneath of it, and he'll make the catch. So Leighton able to get a pop out to the catcher to end things here in the 3rd inning as he works out of a jam. So after 2.5 innings, it is still a 1-0 lead for Casselton. Valley City looking to get on the board with either a hit or a run. This time up back here after the break on KOVC.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Chase Coughlin swings at the first pitch, hits it to short, running well, high throw, and able to get him into the baseline. Well, good job there by the first baseman. Really not to panic on that play, as Bryce Mueller knew it was going off the bag, but knows that he's got a chance to catch and then move into the baseline to get Coughlin. So good composed play there by the first baseman, and that'll be a 6-3 ground out to get things started. This will bring up the shortstop, Trevor Fetch. So not many pitches having to be expended here by Keegan Peterson early on in this game. And Fetch lines this one up the middle, and that'll be the first hit of the day for Valley City. That's a good piece of hitting by Trevor Fetch. As Valley City, we've seen at times this year where they get really swing happy on the first pitch. I mean, that's the type of swing, though, that you want from Trevor Fetch. You're not really worried about him striking the ball gap to gap. Where Trevor Fetch's money is going to be made in the batter's box is that swing. That swing right there. Just kind of, he doesn't almost, it's just that kind of smooth swing, just get it out to the outfield. Don't worry about getting underneath of it. Just get on a flat plane and drive. That'll be a pickoff throw back to first base. Fetch back with a dive. So this will bring up Bryson Heck. Heck in center field today. And a decent lead here for Fetch. Ooh, that'll be a high part of the strike zone. And again, kind of talking about the amoeba of what this strike zone has been. That outside corner's been there. The high part of the strike zone, that's kind of been going in and out. It's a bit like a lava lamp, so to speak, where sometimes the kind of lone spot where the ball, where it's going to be called is there, and then sometimes it's not, which, again, frustrating both hitters and pitchers. The 0-1 pitch. That'll Well, I was going to say it looked like a missed high, but you got to wait until the call sometimes, as it's in a very similar spot to the one that just got called a strike. So, again, the moving PVC pipe was not there this time. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. And Bryson's going to shoot this one in the left field. So back-to-back hits for Valley City. It'll just be station to station. Those are 2 good swings against Peterson. You got to remember is that Valley City hasn't put a ball past the infield yet up until this point. Corbin got hit by a pitch. Samuelson grounded out to short. Sikora was a 1-6-3 double play. Hendrickson and Schwerbo struck out. And then you have 2 ground balls by Rolsman and Coughlin. 1 to third and then 1 to short. So Valley City finally is able to get the ball past the infield. And now you get the top part of the order coming up here with a runner in scoring position and another on base. Corbin didn't really get a chance to get out of the box in that last AB. Hit with only the second pitch of the AB. So Powell looking to do some damage here with ducks on the pond. Check the runner at second base. First pitch misses up, and the count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 away. And 2 men on base for Valley City, trailing by 1. As they just managed to get their first 2 hits of this ball game. Next pitch here to Corbin. That'll miss low and off the plate. Count goes to 2-0. 2-0 pitch here coming up to Corbin Powell. Powell looking to do damage here. Can hit the ball hard to any part of the field. He hits it in the gap. Valley City might be able to take a lead. Powell shoots this the other way. Going to be only a play at first base. Oh, and they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Powell able to get to first base. And so Valley City will pick up a run, and after a very good defensive play over at first base by Bryce Mueller to get the first out, it was, again, a little bit of a quacker, a little bit of a lame duck going to first base, but, again, got to catch that ball, and Mueller can't catch it. Him and Powell actually have a scary collision over at first base. Powell's and Mueller both appear to be fine, but I mean, that's the type of run you'll take if you're Valley City. So game now tied up here at 1-1. And now the go-ahead run over at third base. Interesting to see if Powell takes off and runs here. Peterson really hasn't been in the business of missing out of the zone, except for that one time to Powell. Samuelson swings at that one, and he'll pop it foul. And Samuelson, he feeling like he should have done more with that one. But that's been maybe a little, if you could say there's been an issue for Samuelson this year. It's been in situations like this to where he's kind of tried to do damage on the first pitch he sees rather than maybe drawing out a little bit better of an AB, a little bit longer of an AB. Powell off and running. Samuelson going to hit this one to short. Not going to be an easy play. They're going to go over to first base. So Corbin off and running on the pitch. There was no play at second base. So Valley City, they will take a lead here. So they take advantage of a fielder's choice to bring in a run. So it'll be a 6-3 putout, and Valley City now has a 2-1 lead. So Sikora steps in here with 2 down and a man at second. First pitch off the plate, and the count will start off here at 1-0. So you go back to that fielding error. Is that that's kind of the 2 runs for Valley City. And you don't know if Samuelson gets how it plays out, maybe in terms of pitch selection, all that. You can never say for sure, but, without that drop ball, stands within reason. Casselton be out of this inning with no runs allowed. 2 balls, no strikes here to Sikora. Sikora, I'd see him come up with a big hit here. Plenty of speed at second base. Something up the middle ought to score the run. So 3 balls, no strikes. Hendrickson, the man waiting on deck. So Valley City manages to capture the lead for the first time today. And that'll miss high for ball 4. So Sikora draws the walk, and this will bring up Hendrickson. Hendrickson love to come up here with a big hit to be able to go into business for himself. Looks like, though, we're going to get a mound visit here from the Haymakers. So 2-1 lead for Valley City. 2 men on, 2 down. Back here after the break on KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
And we're back here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. It is a 2-1 lead for Valley City with 2 men down and 2 on. Valley City, couple hits with 1 out. Put runners at second and first. Able to get the first run to come around and score off a drop ball at first base. And then by proxy, they get the man over to third base on that drop ball as well. Then a ground out to short, able to bring in the go-ahead run. So Leighton Hendrickson looking to do damage here. Struck out the first time round against Peterson. Peterson now at 35 pitches. And now Leighton, a little backside swing. He'll hit this foul and able to get that one out of play as well. He got the wind blowing in, but not necessarily what you'd say is a stiff breeze. I think he got gusts maybe up to 11 miles an hour, but mostly it's just a little breezy out there. Not something that you hit the ball up into the air that you're worried about the ball's trajectory being affected too much. 0-1 pitch. Leighton, little jam shot, and that'll go foul, and the count will go here to 0-2. Oopsie, over at first base. Usually that would be Matthew Fetch, but not able to make it to this game. So they got Cole Bullinger over at the first base box, and Cole just threw that one about 10 feet over the head of Peterson. I think not the best look. Now a little backside single, perhaps a little doink shot, and that'll get down. Valley City going to try to score from second, and they're not going to make a throw. Leighton Hendrickson, maybe not with the best swing of all time, but one that's just good enough off the end of the bat and able to drive in a run. Valley City with a 3-1 lead. Well, so interesting to see we got a courtesy runner coming in. Doesn't look like it. Yep, there we go. Looks like somebody's going to come out of the dugout with a helmet, and it's going to be, I believe, Brody Mueller. So Mueller coming into the game as the courtesy runner, and this will bring up James Schwer. So 3 runs for Valley City as they get themselves a much-needed knock. So Schwer struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. And the amoeba-like strike zone finally opens up on the inside corner, and it'll be 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 3 singles in the inning for Valley City. Schwer gets jammed, and he'll foul that one away. We'll go to 0-2. Rolsema, the next one due up for Valley City. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down, and 3 runs across here in this 3rd inning for Valley City. Peterson looks at the target, kicks, fires. Schwer, fooled by the off-speed pitch, swings and misses out in front for strike 3. But Valley City pushes 3 runs across in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Take a 3-1 lead back here after the break on KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Bayshore Cityside is the leading power sports and marine dealer proudly serving the Valley City area. Their goal is to help you with all of your needs, sales, service, accessories, and apparel. Their experienced staff is committed to finding the right products for you at the best price. Whether you're an experienced racer or just planning your first off-road adventure, Bayshore Cityside welcomes you to experience their lineup of utility vehicles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and boats. Stop in at Bayshore Cityside in Valley City today. It's worth the ride. CHI Mercy Health in Valley City strives to bring you quality health care close to home. They're bringing in mammography services, extended their occupational therapy program, and updated physical therapy and emergency room spaces. They're currently seeking to fill a number of positions. To find out more, head to chimercyhealth.org under the Careers tab. CHI Mercy Health Valley City, voted top 100 critical access hospital and one of the first in the nation designated as an acute cardiac ready hospital, providing quality health care close to home.
Jack Everson, Keegan Peterson, and Aiden Thummel due up here for the Haymakers here in this top of the fourth inning. Everson to lead things off. He had a single his first time around. He followed up by Peterson, who grounded out the second, and Thummel also a single his first time up, but he got picked off. And now Everson being sent back to the dugout. So what's going on here? The helmet? He's looking down at the helmet like there's something up with the helmet. I mean, this would be the second time today. Casselton feels like they're being a bit picked on here. So he's going to come in and hit. Now, maybe it was the chin guard. Maybe there wasn't a chin guard on it. I don't know. I don't feel like you got to have a chin guard to hit. But, I mean, if you're Casselton, this feels like the second time today that we're scraping the bottom of the barrel on the rule book to try to, and, you know, that, again, those tensions usually come to a boil in a close game. First pitch here, this will be a swinging fly ball over into shallow right field, and not an easy play there for Luke Proska. That one kind of hit high into the sky, and it's not clear blue. There's some clouds up there. Sometimes you lose the ball into an overcast cloud, but that time Proska, you know, kind of a conservative play, but he does have good speed, so he takes a step back, finds where the ball is, moves in to make the catch. So that'll be a pop out to left field, and this will bring up Keegan Peterson. Peterson grounded out to second his first time up. That one in there for a strike, goes to 0-1. Going back to that first AB for Peterson, he hit a high chopper over to second. And again, it looked like that Leighton was going to make a play on it on the mound. Get ready for this 0-1 pitch. That'll be a line drive. Samuelson, a little bobble at third, but able to make the catch. And all Peterson can do is just go back to the dugout. And, talk about how much he loves playing this game sometimes. And that's it right on the screws. Samuelson caught off the heel of his glove, kind of flipped it up to himself again to kind of re-secure it, and that'll be 2 quick outs. But kind of that high chopper to second, and I think there was a little bit of a mix-up there potentially between Coughlin and Peterson. Coughlin, I think, thought that that Hendrickson was going to go make the play on that ball. Hendrickson didn't look like he was going to go make the play because you can see head on that kind of the eyes were looking up and that the hands were down, but he kind of took a step off the back of the mound. So I think that caused Coughlin to kind of go towards second to, anticipate maybe turning 2. 1-0 pitch. That'll be a little doink shot off the hands into center field, but Bryson's got the speed and he'll move over to make the catch. So Valley City gets, I believe, their first 1-2-3 inning of the game, and a much-needed 1-2-3 frame it is. So pop out to center field ends things in our top of the fourth inning. Back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
So getting ready to get on here with our bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 lead for Valley City. And, after looks like a bit of a shaky first couple innings, Valley City's Defense kind of put it together a little bit here. Now it'll be Parker Rolsema. Set to lead things off here. Rolsema back in the lineup again after having a missed a few games with hockey obligations. Ground ball to short. Long throw. A bit of a high one, but first baseman Mueller able to keep that foot on the bag. It'll be another 6-3 putout. And this will bring up Chase Coughlin. Maybe this time I'll finally finish talking about that ground ball in the second inning. So Hendrickson and Coughlin, I think, got mixed up on that one, because if Coughlin, I think, knew that ball was coming to him all the way, he would have made a direct charge in. Might have been able to get to that ball quick enough to slap a tag on the runner going to second, and then throw to first to get the double play. That one in there for a strike, and the count will start off here at 0-1. Instead, has to kind of settle for the put out over to second base, and Casselton able to bring in a run with 2 outs as the inning got extended there a little bit. Now down in the count 0-2. But again, Coughlin's a player that I'd really like to see get ABs, especially in games like this. Again, he's kind of a player that you don't want to say throw into the deep end and just see if he swims or sinks, but he is a player that, like, he's kind of on the cusp, I would say, of being given ABs. And you kind of just want to, again, in Coughlin's situation, you want to prove that you are worthy of getting that spot in the lineup, whether it's on a rotational basis or whether it's every day. So this is a big opportunity for Coughlin. He's done a good job with the glove. He's been an everyday player at second base, really, for Valley City. Now it's time to step up with the bat. And got fooled right there. Gave up on that inside slider, and that'll lock him up for strike 3. So this will bring up Trevor Fetch. Fetch got the party started in the third inning with a single up the middle. Again, when Fetch is hitting the ball like that, that's his money. That's his bread and butter right there. It's just wearing out the middle of the field. It's just going up the middle. First pitch here to Fetch, and that'll be in there for a strike, and the count will start off here at 0-1. But when Fetch is just kind of using the middle of the field and hitting that and getting that exact swing off, that's when he's going good. But down the count 0-2 is Peterson. After getting knocked around in that third inning, out going right ahead on Valley City. 0-2 pitch, and now did Fetch call time or did the umpire call time? And more kind of just hand-raising from the Casselton dugout. Wondering what happened there. No balls, 2 strikes. Peterson going to come set and fire, and that'll be off the plate, and the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the Valley City shortstop. 1-2 pitch here for Peterson. Now want to miss high and outside, and it goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Fetch trying to work an AB here, get back on base. Trying to set up Bryson Heck potentially. 2-2 pitch upcoming here for Peterson. Just crossed the 50 pitch mark. Fetch hits this one up the middle of Peterson down to one knee and able to throw that one over to first base in plenty of time. So it's another 1-2-3 inning for Casselton. Quick moving 4th inning for both sides. We now go to the 5th inning. Score still 3-1 in favor of Valley City.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We're here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. We offer mail out with no additional product fee, and we offer an automated system for convenient refills. And as always, Dr. Natalie Meyer, Terry, Rachel, Cindy, Christina, or myself will answer your calls at 845-5280. Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City.
Back here to begin our top of the 5th inning, 3-1 lead on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard for the Valley City Post 60 Royals. Not much offense to speak about for either side. 3 runs, 3 hits for Valley City, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Casselton. So it'll be 9-1-2 due up. It'll be Christensen, Kozowski, and Kegley. Christensen drew a walk in his first AB, but never got to touch first base. That'll miss outside, and the count goes here to 1-0. Christensen drew a walk in the second inning with 2 outs, but it was Thummel that got picked off at third base on a back pick by Corbin Powell. So Christensen drew a walk but never got to get on base. That'll be 2 balls and no strikes as Hendrickson back out there for what would be his 5th inning of work. Hoping to get another good inning out of him. That'll be in there for a called strike, and it'll go 2-1. By the way, folks, in case you missed, there is a slight scheduling change. Still going to be a game on Wednesday for Valley City post 60, but instead of Northern Cass, it'll be Midway Minto. 2 balls, 2 strikes after the swing by Christensen. Apparently Northern Cass had some issues in terms of having enough players to come down, so Valley City able to scramble and find a game against Midway Minto. Good team, good program. Small town, but really, really good athletes down there as well. 2-2 pitch, that'll miss high. A full count at 3-2. Drove through Minto a lot when I worked up in Grafton on your way down to the highway when you had to go down to Grand Forks or Fargo for hockey. Oh, not a bad pitch by Hendrickson. That was actually a slow slider that if he gets him to swing, he'll swing right over the top of it, but that one just didn't fool Christensen as he lets it go for ball 4. So he gets his 2nd walk of the day, and this will bring up Carter Kozowski. Kozowski ground out to short and a hit by pitch on his resume today. So now the tying run steps in here for the Haymakers. Hendrickson now at 66 pitches. First pitch here, runner off and going. Powell, good throw, but not quite in there. Oh, they call him out. Oh, my goodness. From up here, it looked like the runner was safe. Either that was a snap tag by Coughlin or the runner just missed the base on the initial slide. It looked like he got underneath that tag, but ultimately gets thrown out trying to get down to second base. So Corbin Powell with another defensive gem in this one, more than making up for that pass ball that in that second inning, that allowed a run to come in and score. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. That's always what you want to do as a catcher. If you have a ball that you feel like you should have got to that you didn't get to, or you didn't make a play that you should have, always want the opportunity to kind of redeem yourself. And Corbin, again, made that throw in the second inning to cut off a Casselton rally, and now able to chop down the leadoff runner over at second base. Again, looked like that runner got underneath that tag, but that's kind of the second time today that from looks can be deceptive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch by Layton goes off the plate, and it'll be 2-2. Brody Kegley, the next man due up. Mueller looks like he's warming up in the pen for Valley City. 2-2 pitch here. Oh, that'll be laced out in the left center. That's going to get in the gap. That's going to be potentially extra bases. Good cutoff there in left field by Rolsema, but runner in there with a feet-first slide. So that'll be a double by Kozowski, and that and a throw out at second base, now able to save a run for Valley City. Oh, they call him out. They call him out at first base. They say the runner left too early. So, or that he missed the base. So they're going to say that he missed the base over at first. Oh, this could get ugly, really ugly for Casselton. No, there's not going to be an argument, which tells me the manager knew it and was hoping he could get away with it. But Valley City wins the appeal. So that was a shot into left center. It was actually a really good cutoff by Rolsema to be able to get to it. But, so, I mean, we've seen a lot in this game today. That one in there for a strike. Now that's just, my goodness, if you're the Haymakers. Again, there are times where you feel like the world's against you a little bit, but situation like that, that's beating yourself. Ground ball over to second. Coughlin picks up on a hop throw to first in time. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of interesting ways for an inning to get cut off. You don't see that very often. The first 2 runners reach base. They all get called out on the base pass, one trying to steal second, the other missing the bag at first on a double. And then the next one is a 1-pitch ground out to second base. See something new at the ball yard every day, but that is a heartbreaking inning for Casselton, and it's a good inning at least on the books for Layton. It's 1, 2, 3, and that is 5 solid innings of work from Hendrickson. We'll be back here in a little bit with our bottom of the 5th right after this quick break.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right.
Happy 4th of July from Lever's Foods. All this week, save on Our Family Ice Cream, $6.49. Our Family Butter, $2.99. Kraft Singles or natural cheese slices, $2.49 with coupon and flyer. Fresh strawberries, 2 for $6. And 80% lean ground beef, only $5.49 a pound. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Quality matters, and Valley Meat Supply delivers. Rod and Terry, along with their experienced staff, proudly offer locally sourced beef and pork. From fresh ground beef and hand-cut steaks to thick-cut pork chops, incredible bacon, and award-winning jerky and snack sticks. You'll also find the best cheese and deli meats, plus customer favorites like baked beans, seafood, and seasonings to complete any meal. Whether you're feeding the family or grabbing a snack, it all starts with quality you can trust. Come in today and taste the difference at Valley Meat Supply on West Main in Valley City.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
So Valley City will be 9-1-2 in this inning. It'll be led off by Bryson Heck. That's the darndest way I've seen an inning go in quite a while at a baseball game. First pitch here to Bryson Heck, low for ball 1. So it started off with a walk. Then Corbin Powell throws out the runner at second base. And then next batter doubles. And that runner just stayed at first base. I don't know if he gets in, but he probably ends up at third base. And then the runner that thought he had a double ends up not stepping on first base, and on the appeal, Valley City gets him out. Bryson Heck now up in the count 3-0. Then the next guy grounds out to second base. And I went back and I looked at that play. Again, if you want to see that play, you can go over to our YouTube channel, KOVC Live. I can't tell whether or not he stepped on the bag. Kind of a faraway camera angle for what we have. But there wasn't a big rush from Valley City, Sikora, to kind of throw up his glove saying, give me the ball. I think the appeal came from the Valley City dugout more than it did from the fielders. 3 balls and a strike here to the Valley City center fielder. Heck shoots this one the other way. It's hoping he gets it down, and he will. So a little lob shot in there for Bryson Heck, and he's got his second hit of the day. So this will bring up Corbin Powell. Powell, maybe the most consequential AB in the game. He's 0 for 1 today. Reached off a E4, and this will bring out the Casselton manager for a mound visit. Don't know if this will be it for Peterson, and he's going to hand the ball. Nope. Oh, he thought he was getting pulled. Went to go hand the ball off and then quickly retreated back to the mound. We'll keep it right here. But Corbin hit a ground ball to second, and it looked like it was just going to be. No, now they are going to make the pitching change. So this will bring in a new pitcher for Casselton, and it looks like it's just going to be a straight swap. So it'll be Ryland Boder coming out to the mound. So Ryland Boder comes out. So Boder comes out in relief, as it'll be a not bad outing from Peterson. Kind of a hard luck, I would say, start for him, really in that third inning, because we'll go back to that. AB from Corbin, is that he heads the ball to second base. And there's 2 runners on. It looks like that it's just going to be ground ball to second, and Casselton's kind of just going to play station to station and just get the out at first base and just, have 2 men on with 2 outs. But instead, the first baseman, Bryce Mueller, drops the ball. Yes, a little bit of an alligator arm throw from Kegley, but you got to make that play if you're the first baseman and Mueller. So that ball gets dropped. It allows what was Trevor Fetch, I believe, to come around and score. And then it gets Bryson Heck from second to third. And then Jack Samuelson's ground out to short, able to bring in a run because Corbin was off and running on the pitch. There was no chance for a double up. So kind of that one misplay extended the inning long enough for Valley City to pull a couple runs back. And then they are able to get a RBI from Leighton Hendrickson, who worked a good AB, went the other way, able to drop in a single to get a knock for himself. But you look at kind of how this game has gone, and, it's almost very reminiscent to Bryson Heck's start, in which, he pitched well enough in that third inning to get out without any damage. Just didn't really have fortune on his side. And, maybe they're trying to keep his pitch count low. Maybe Casselton's got games coming up. Always check their schedule. But 55, or what was he at, 56 pitches, seems a bit rich to pull him at. But they do have games coming up against Garrison. So, maybe they're – I think, though, he's already hit his pitch count limit. That'll be up and inside here from Boder for ball one. So, they got games maybe against West Fargo. Yeah, they got games on Thursday against the West Fargo Aces. So, if they're trying to keep them from having to miss those games, makes sense. Now a little shot from Corbin Powell. That's going back. Center fielder, though, able to go back and make the catch for out number one. So Heck heads back to first base. Corbin will pop out to center field, and this will bring up Jack Samuelson. Samuelson, a couple groundouts today. One of it was a 6-5 fielder's choice where Corbin didn't get underneath the tag. And the last one was a 6-3 groundout that brought in a run from third base. No balls, no strikes with one away. Heck's got good speed if he gets a good jump to be able to rip this bag and try to set up Samuelson to drive him in. Heck's off and running on the pitch. A little bit of a slow delivery home, and Samuelson goes swinging at that first pitch. And that situation, that's when you need Jack to let one go. Even if he thinks it's a good pitch to hit, I think that's a 50-50 call. It's on the outside part of the plate. We've seen worse get called. But it's just in that situation, just kind of let him have first base or let him get down to second base. That'll be low and in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher, Grady Mueller. And that'll even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's kind of just like let the game slow down a little bit. You're looking to almost see Samuelson pressing a little bit. Like he wants to be able to get that big swing, but he wants to get it done as quickly as possible. Heck off and running. Samuelson takes a hack at a pitch that again, that was a hanger. That's a hanger and just out in front of it. So Heck jogs back to first base, and that's kind of the nightmare for a base stealer is you get 2 really good jumps, and then you don't get a ball in play. 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Samuelson. That'll be off the plate, and the count goes to 2-2. That'll be interesting to see if Heck runs on this one. Sikora, the next man due up for Valley City. Still a 3-1 lead for post 60. Mueller was warming up in the bullpen in that 5th inning, so it'll be interesting to see if he comes in. Heck off and running again. That one off the plate. Throw down is not in time. And that one kind of skipped up on the second baseman, and Heck able to get that foot into the bag for the second baseman's able to get that tag to the chest. So Samuelson with a full count here now as a man in scoring position. Samuelson just has to try to put together a really good-looking swing. Don't have to hit for power, just have to hit it well. Samuelson thought it was inside, but he's going to get rung up for strike 3, and he's just shaking his head. And I can't blame him. He's smiling going back. Well, I know that feeling well. Going back, I'm like, I want to say something, but it's close, and it's not our last AB yet. So I can't. Just ask. Again, it's amoeba. That strike has been there, and it hasn't been there. It is what it is sometimes. I mean, Jack feels like he probably took a ball there for a ball in a previous AB, or he's seen someone take that for a ball in a previous AB and didn't get rung up for it. Sikora hacks at that one. He'll foul it away, and the count goes to 0-2, but that one right there rings him up. So Sikora ground out into a 1-6-3 double play his first time up, to a walk his last time, which kept the inning alive long enough for Layton to come through with an RBI single. Let's see, 4 hits in the game so far. Really looking for number 5. 0-2 pitch. Sikora goes up the middle, and that'll be a single. Valley City's going to try to get the man home from second. Heck running well. Throw's going to go right to second base, and Heck's in standing up. So Sikora comes through with an RBI single, and that'll make it a 4-1 ball game. Yep, that's the swing that you want to bottle right there for Andrew Sikora is, again, he doesn't strike out that much. Like, in terms of, middle of the order guys usually are a little bit more strikeout prone. Andrew Sikora is just kind of someone that's going to put together usually a good AB and is as dangerous on a 2-0 count as he is with an 0-2 count. First pitch here, that'll be a slow curveball in there for a strike, and the count will start off here at 0-1. I mean, that's a good approach right there. Sikora knows that he doesn't have to, a ball that he hit right there, just a, good little line drive up the middle is worth the same amount of runs as if he's trying to drive a ball into the right center gap. So it's a good plate approach right there by Sikora, just focus on getting the barrel to the bat or getting the barrel of the bat onto the ball. No balls, 2 strikes here to Layton. Sikora off and running, not a bad jump, but Hendrickson swings over the top, fooled on the off-speed pitch for strike 3. So Valley City able to push across one more run, and they will now take a 4-1 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Back after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
You're listening to the Minnesota Twins on the Voice of the Valley, 1490 KOVC AM Valley City and 96.3 K242CZ Valley City.
Bayshore Cityside is the leading power sports and marine dealer proudly serving the Valley City area. Their goal is to help you with all of your needs, sales, service, accessories, and apparel. Their experienced staff is committed to finding the right products for you at the best price. Whether you're an experienced racer or just planning your first off-road adventure, Bayshore Cityside welcomes you to experience their lineup of utility vehicles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and boats. Stop in at Bayshore Cityside in Valley City today. It's worth the ride.
We're back here getting ready to begin our top of the 6th inning. 4-1 lead for Valley City on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Take a quick glance around. It's 4 runs on 5 hits for Valley City. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Casselton. As Leighton Hendrickson back out there for another inning of work. It'll be Ryan Osmonstead coming up.
Leading off the top of the 6th for the Haymakers, the left-hander number 25, Ryan Amistad.
So Amundstad, a strikeout and a walk on his ledger today. He'll be followed up by the Muellers, Grady and Bryce. Leighton back out there for another inning at 73 pitches. First pitch will skip in the dirt and back to the backstop, and the count will start off here at 1-0. Got to imagine the leash is not going to be incredibly long here for Leighton. He's giving you 5 solid innings of work, and Mueller was up in the pen to start things out in the 5th. Ground ball, that'll go foul, and it's 1-1. It looks like Amundstad may have fouled that one off his leg. It's amazing. You wear the foot guards, you wear the elbow guards, you wear all that stuff, and yet still, you never hit the ball off any part that's padded. It's always off the upper thigh. Always off the upper thigh, always off the knee, always off the tip of the toe. Because they do make those feet guard or those ankle guards without the foot guard on it. 1 ball, 1 strike. That'll be a ground ball to third, but also hooked foul, and it'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. It'll be Grady Mueller due up next, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Bryce Mueller also 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out. So Hendrickson into the windup. 1-2 pitch, low and in the dirt, and that'll be 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Hendrickson. Again, he's pitched well in this one, but you got to wonder how long the leash is going to be with Mueller up and ready to go. Hendrickson back into the windup, will kick and fire. Ground ball to third and foul again. So Hendrickson trying to go inside to outside. Problem is he's got to be able to locate that fastball in the outer half. As Abendstad is really being able to slow down his bat, be able to get to that inside pitch. 2-2 pitch upcoming here for Leighton. Look for that put-away pitch. Line drive, Fetch not able to get to it, and that'll be a single for Amundstad. His first hit of the game, and this will bring up Grady Mueller. So Mueller will step into the box here. And, well, the Muellers have kind of been responsible a little bit for killing some of the rallies here for Casselton. As, well, Mueller grounded out to end the first inning over to second base, and Bryce Mueller had a pop out in the third that prevented any runs from coming around to score as well. So they're looking to come through here. First pitch by Layton will miss high and in the zone, or out of the zone, excuse me. It'll be 1-0. Again, you're wondering, how long that leash is going to be. Again, he's got that extra run of support, but the thing you want to do is allow a couple guys to get on that might have not been on if Mueller had come in to start the inning. 1-0 pitch here by Layton. That'll be in there for a called strike. Goes to 1-1. Again, this is all the process of figuring things out for Valley City. Is, okay, you might not have a guy that can get you all the way to the finish line from your third spot in the rotation, but you got guys that can go out and give you several innings of good work. Swing and a miss there, and the count goes to 1-2. So Hendrickson able to get a swinging strike there. Now looking for a big put-away pitch. Checks the man at first base. High leg kick. Kicks, fires. Pop-up. Sikora trying to find it, navigating in traffic, and he'll move over to make the catch. I'll be out number one. Chase Carpenter off his stool momentarily. He's standing up, and
the first baseman, number 20, Bryce Mueller.
He's still hanging around out there, and he's going to head back into the dugout. So this is going to be Bryce Mueller coming up after Grady popped out. Bryce Mueller popped out in foul territory to end the third inning. Big lead over at first base. Corbin throwing down. Not a bad throw. A little high, perhaps, but good jump by Amistad, and he'll get the stolen base. It's not a bad pitch to throw on if you're Corbin Powell. A high fastball. Yes, it's a ball, but it gets you out of your crouch faster. Worst ball you can throw on is a low one to your arm side where you got to cross your body to go over, because that kind of almost corkscrews you. You're throwing off a sidearm platform. That one low and away, and it goes to 2-0. Jack Everson, the next man, due up. So 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch here by Layton. That'll be off the plate, and it's 3-0. And he's at 86 pitches. He's giving you really good innings, but, again, you can kind of tell the gas tank is flickering on empty right now. You get letting him out. You get trying to see if he can get somebody out that he's gotten out the previous 2 times, but this is probably the last guy he's facing. 3-0 pitch for Layton, and he just can't get the ball down, and that's going to be a ball 4 and a walk. And that'll do it, as Mueller is going to come in to pitch for Valley City. So Layton gave Valley City 5 1/3 of good innings. He's responsible for the 2 men on. Mueller is going to come in to try to slam the door here against Everson and what should be Boder coming up next. So Valley City making a pitching change here, but the tying run is coming up for the Haymakers. Back here at the break on KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We're here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. We offer mail out with no additional product fee, and we offer an automated system for convenient refills. And as always, Dr. Natalie Meyer, Terry, Rachel, Cindy, Christina, or myself will answer your calls at 845-5280. Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue,
or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
So Brody Mueller coming in for relief of Leighton Hendrickson. Hendrickson able to get Valley City to 1 out in the top of the 6th, so 5 1/3 innings of work. Just lost the command there a little bit. Hendrickson now moves over to right field to replace Praska, which essentially was the designated fielder, has his spot in, I guess, the order taken by Mueller, who won't be hitting because he essentially comes in for essentially how the finagling works there. Bunt tried to get put down. This is sacrilegious, in my opinion, to bunt here. No balls, 1 strike. I kind of get it, but, like, those aren't the tying runs. Those are to pull you within 2 to 1 runs. Laying a bunt down here just doesn't make a lot of sense. Line drive up the middle. Bryson doesn't come in to get the ball, and that'll be a throw in, so it is a single. So Bryson maybe decoys the runner, but good swing up the middle there by Everson, and he's got his 2nd hit of the day. And that's why you don't bunt with 1 out. It's almost in some situations you want them to bunt. Now, I don't think Everson showed bunt, maybe thinking he was going to get a bunt down, but just a situation like that, bunting is just wrong in terms of the call. So this will bring up Boder. Boder getting his first AB of the day. Mueller's got to be able to go after him here. You're facing a guy cold off the bench. Again, if he beats you with a good swing, he beats you with a good swing. But the last thing you want to do is just walk him. 1 ball, no strikes, pitched by Mueller. Not able to get the call on the inside corner, and it goes to 2-2. You got to be able to go after him here. Aiden Thummel, the next man due up. 2-0 count here with the bases loaded. Able to get the call there, and that'll go to 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Valley City's play is going to be the nearest bag. What Valley City would like here is a soft chopper right back to the mound to be able to get the out at the plate. I'll be low and in the dirt. Corbin able to knock it down off the backhand, but again, you're not even challenging the pitcher. Again, pitchers can hit, obviously, usually better athletes than what you get in MLB in terms of hitting, but again, you're facing a cold bat and you haven't really challenged him in the zone. He's not going up there looking to hit. And he'll swing at that one. That'll be foul, and that'll be out of play. Again, for Mueller, you got to be able to go after him. You don't need the perfect pitch here. You just need a good pitch. So Mueller looking for a big punch out here. Bases loaded with 1 out. Tying run over at first base. Walk would move it into scoring position. Full count pitch for Mueller. In there. Called strike 3. Goes to the breaking ball and locks up Boder, who did not want any part of that AB. He wanted to get put on with a walk and got locked up, and that is a great pitch there by Mueller.
The designated hitter, number 4, Aiden Thummel.
So this will bring up Aiden Thummel. So he singled his first AB, but got back picked over at third base to kill what could have been a bigger 2nd inning, and then popped out to center to end the 4th. Biggest AB of the game so far right here. First pitch here by Mueller. That'll be a line drive, but caught by Samuelson, and all Thummel can do is shake his head. He squared it up, but for the 2nd time today, Jack Samuelson is Johnny on the spot, and Mueller able to get out of the jam, and Valley City will take at least a 3-run lead into the top of the 7th inning. So Casselton able to load the bases with 1 out, but not able to get anybody in to score. So Valley City leads 4-1 going into our bottom of the 6th inning here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Bayshore Cityside is the leading power sports and marine dealer, proudly serving the Valley City area. Their goal is to help you with all of your needs: sales, service, accessories, and apparel. Their experienced staff is committed to finding the right products for you at the best price. Whether you're an experienced racer or just planning your first off-road adventure, Bayshore Cityside welcomes you to experience their lineup of utility vehicles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and boats. Stop in at Bayshore Cityside in Valley City today. It's worth the ride.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
CHI Mercy Health in Valley City strives to bring you quality health care close to home. They're bringing in mammography services, extended their occupational therapy program, and updated physical therapy and emergency room spaces. They're currently seeking to fill a number of positions. To find out more, head to chimercyhealth.org under the Careers tab. CHI Mercy Health Valley City, voted top 100 critical access hospital and one of the first in the nation designated as an acute cardiac ready hospital, providing quality health care close to home.
James Schwer stepping up for his third AB of the day. First pitch will miss low and outside, and the count will start off here at 1-0. Quiet night for Schwer, trying to avoid the hat trick, 0 for 2 with a couple punch-outs. He's been finding himself behind early, finally up in a count, and now that count's going to be evened up at a ball and a strike. So it'll be Schwer, Rolsma, and Coughlin due up. Expect Mueller to come back out there for the top of the 7th inning as he's able to work out of that jam. 1-1 pitch. That'll be low and in the dirt, taken by Schwer, and it'll be 2-1. Mueller's got, again, what we like to call stuff. He is a pack and load guy for, 2 innings maybe. But again, that's kind of what you need. You just got to find someone you just got to find a formula to work. You're usually confident that James and Bryson can get you the distance. And Leighton has shown in this game he can give you 5 good innings. He's worked around traffic. He threw strikes consistently. That's the promising part with Leighton. Kind of flamed out a little bit maybe after, 70 or so pitches, but, you can take that, right? He got you deep enough into the game. And Mueller could be a guy that very much could be a high leverage guy for this team if he can throw strikes, because he's just got a little funk to him. That'll be a walk there by Schwer. And this will bring up Parker Rolsma, a couple groundouts today. Now,
number 9, Parker Rolsma.
So now a discussion here between Chase Carpenter and our home plate umpire. Schwer not listed as a pitcher. So maybe. So Schwer's going to come out to a pinch run maybe. So it could be a pinch runner coming in, or it very well could be a courtesy runner. Because if Valley City were to commit to Schwer being the pitcher in the next inning, again, I don't know if that's what they're going to do, especially with games tomorrow, but Schwer is being removed from the base pass, and Schwer is a DH, so, again, Valley City with a 4-1 lead, just probably want a faster base runner out there. That'll miss high. Back pick down, and, oh, goodness, that was close. Yeah, that's a pinch runner's worst nightmare is, you come in to run. It's your one job to run, be smart on the base pass, not get picked off, and you're late getting back to the bag. So 1 ball, no strikes here. Here to Rolsma. Next pitch to Parker, and he'll try to shoot this the other way, and that goes into foul territory, and it'll keep going foul and out of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm trying to get the jersey number for you there, folks, and I believe that's Cole Bullinger over at first base. So he's either come in to pinch run or courtesy run. 1-1 pitch on the way. And Rolsman another late swing, and that'll get out of play over the Casselton dugout. So 1 ball, 2 strikes for the Valley City left fielder. Coughlin, the next man scheduled to be up for Valley City. Followed up by Fetch and Heck. Rolsman looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 2, ground out to third, ground out to short. The pitch, slow curveball. Catcher tried to frame that up, but it stayed up past the letters. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rolsman is probably asking for that one just to be a little lower. That's fatting over the middle of the plate, but it stayed up. Just trying to bring that towards the belt. And that one just a bit high, too. It's getting closer to the happy zone. Again, you're just looking for that one, right? Pretty much center cut belt buckle and try to do damage with it. So full count pitch coming up here to Rolsema. The pitch. Shoots it up the middle, deflects off the pitcher, has to hustle, and he'll beat it out to first base. Hit off the back leg of the pitcher, Boder, and both runners had to hustle. In fact, there might have actually been a play at second base, but shortstop elected to go the long way to first. And Rolsema beat it out. You know, he beat it there comfortably with a lowercase c, you know, but ultimately able to get there without much of a fuss. And now Valley City playing without a first base coach because, well, their first base coach is over at second base. So a single for Rolsema, and this will bring up Coughlin. Coughlin 0 for 2 today, ground out to short and a punch out. So 4-1 lead Valley City, but 2 men on with nobody down. Coughlin showing bunt. He'll pull it back, and it'll be ball 1. Well, for Coughlin, your job is to drop this down the third baseline. You don't want to go to first because that gives the first baseman an opportunity to make one of 2 plays. He can, if he catches it on the run, he can fire at the third, which is why he's charging in, or he can just tag you out at first base. You want to drop this to third. And he pops it up in the air. First baseman not able to get to it. Runners had to check up, and that's not the bunt you want to get down. And the runner had to check up. At second base, you can be mad at the runner wrongly for asking why is he not booking it down the line. Problem is, if he books it and that ball gets caught, it's a double play. So he's got to check up on it, and that's just a bad bunt. Got to get it down. Anytime that ball hangs in the air, even if it's not going to get caught, it causes mayhem. You got to be able to get that ball down. So that'll be a fielder's choice on the 3-5 putout. First pitch here to Fetch, misses for ball 1. Fetch, a single up the middle, his first AB, and then grounded out to the pitcher to end the 4th inning. Fetch looking for a nice little swing up the middle, replicate what he did his first time round. Pitch here to Fetch, that'll clip the top of the zone, and it'll be 1-1. Yeah, if you're the runner at second base on that bunt, you're hung out the drive. If it's caught, you get back to second. But if it's dropped, you've got no chance to get in the third. Fetch looking for a little backside single. They'll step on third for 1. Throw to first will be a bit of a bungle, but first baseman Mueller able to go down to a knee to prevent it from getting by him. So it'll be a unassisted ground out to 5, and this will bring up Bryson Heck. Heck might be the guy you want up right now. He's 2 for 2 with a couple good-looking swings. Corbin Powell, the man on deck. So Valley City got the first 2 men on, but haven't gotten the ball out of the infield, and Central Cass hasn't thrown it away or made a mistake, so it's going to be Bryson Heck stepping up here with 2 down. First pitch in there for a strike, so the count starts off here at 0-1. Bryson's got a couple of singles up the middle today. If ever there was a time to just rope a ball into the left center gap, now would be the time. Fetch with good speed at first base, but needs something deep to get him all the way around. That'll miss high, and it goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. 31 pitches now in relief for Ryland Boder. 1-1 pitch upcoming here to the Valley City center fielder. That's a good slow curveball, able to dot the outside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. I mean, that's a pretty big AB. Bryson can kind of seal the game here with a ball in the gap, or Central Cass going to keep themselves alive. That'll be off the plate, ball 2. That one low. It was on the corner, but low. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on and 2 down. Last thing Boder wants to do is make this a full count and get the runners in motion. That'll be low and in the dirt. It's a full count at 3-2. Not only with this 3-2 count do you run the risk of walking Heck to face the top of the order, but also now a ball that might have not scored Fetch previously might be able to get him in now because him being off and running with this 3-2 count. Also pretty much guarantees a hit scores at least 1. Everybody off and going, and swung on and missed. Heck went up the ladder trying to get to that ball, but goes down swinging, so Casselton will go into the top of the 7th inning, trailing by 3. Back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. Clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
So Brody Mueller trying to slam the door here with a save opportunity. 4-1 lead for Valley City. It'll be Lucas Christensen due up. So 9-1-2 due up. Christensen has walked twice in this game, but he has not stayed on the base paths for very long in either of those two walks. First pitch here, in for a strike, count goes to 0-1. Christensen walked in the second inning, never got to touch first base because the runner at third, which was Aiden Thummel, got backpicked by Corbin Powell. 0-1 pitch coming up here for Mueller. That'll be off the plate, and the count goes to 1-1. And then when he walked to lead off the fifth inning, he got thrown out by Corbin Powell. So he has not gotten experience really past the first baseline so far today. Not a bad pitch by Mueller, but the amoeba shrinks on the inside corner. And it'll be 2-1. Samuelson might be steaming at third base. Feel like he got rung up on that pitch. Fly ball over to left field, and that'll be brought in by Rolsema. So this will bring up Connor Kozowski, who put on maybe the best swing of the day from Casselton in this game. Hit a double into the gap, and looked like that potentially Casselton get something going in that what would have been fifth inning. And Valley City threw the ball back to first base and able to win the appeal, and he got called out for missing the bag at first. And usually a call like that can get a coach steamed, but there was no argument at first base, like not even a little bit. And that tells me that Casselton pretty much had a read on that one and knew. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 down. That'll miss low, so the count goes to 3-0. So 3-0 count here to Kozowski. Kegley, the next man, due up. So Mueller in danger of walking. Top of the order. Not a bad pitch, and this time we'll get the call, and it'll be 3-1. You're Kozowski, you're really not interested in swinging unless you get something fat down the middle or you get 2 strikes on you. You got to be just willing to grind out ABs. Now Kozowski able to go the other way. Is that one going to hang up enough? Yes, it will, and that'll be Leighton Hendrickson moving over to make the catch. And Kozowski, he just doesn't stop running to the dugout, and that is annoying if you're him. Put a good swing on the ball, trying to shoot it the other way for a backside single, and just get underneath it a little too much. Be Brody Kegley coming up here, so 2 down here in the 7th inning. Mueller looking for the save, and this will be Kegley coming up with a 0-for-2 day, a walk and a couple groundouts. This will be a foul ball. I'll start off things at 0-1. No balls and a strike here. This will be the 20th pitch of the game for Mueller coming up. Mueller comes set here, looks in at his target, kicks, fires, sidearm sling, hit out into center field. Bryson tracking it very deep back, but it looks like he's going to move underneath of it and make the catch for the third and final out here of the 7th inning. And that'll do it. Valley City picks up the 4-1 win on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Overall, great day of pitching for Valley City as Leighton Hendrickson able to get them deep into the game. And then you get Brody Mueller coming in to slam the door. So Valley City wins 4-1. Thank you all for listening. For those of you listen on 1490 AM, 96.3 FM KOVC, let's get you out to some Minnesota Twins baseball. And again, for those listening on KOVC Live, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you here on Wednesday for Valley City and Midway Minto.